You're in a coffee shop in a new city. The barista smiles and asks you a simple question. How's your day going so far? You understand every word perfectly. In your head, you have a great answer. You want to say, "It's going well, thanks. I'm just exploring the city. It's beautiful." But when you open your mouth, nothing. Just a weak, "Fine, thanks." And the moment is gone.
That feeling of being trapped behind a wall of silence, it is the most frustrating experience for an English learner, and it's the reason we're here today. Welcome back to Lingo. My name is Mia.
And I'm Leo. That coffee shop story, that was me. For years, I could understand English movies, podcasts, everything. But speaking was a different story. It felt like the words were locked inside my head.
This is the biggest problem our listeners ask us about. Why can I understand, but I can't speak? Today, we are going to answer that question. We are going to show you that there are 3 invisible walls holding you back.
And the promise for today?
By the end of this episode, you will not only understand exactly why your brain freezes, but you will have 3 concrete, powerful strategies to break down each of those walls. You will have a plan to finally unlock the English that is already inside you.
I'm ready. I wish I had this episode years ago.
Well, let's make sure our listeners have it today. Let's start with the first and biggest wall.
Chapter 1, the fear barrier.
Okay, Leo, let's go back to you in that coffee shop. You understood the question, you had the words in your head. What stopped you from saying them?
It was fear, 100%. I was afraid of making a grammar mistake. I was afraid of using the wrong word. I was afraid of my accent. I was afraid the barista would think I was stupid.
And that right there is the first and most powerful wall, the fear barrier. It's the fear of being judged.
It's a huge wall. It feels impossible to climb.
It does. But here's the secret. You don't have to climb it. You just have to find a small door. The problem is that we think we need to be perfect. But fluency is not about perfection. It's about communication.
Communication. You mean just getting your message across?
Exactly. Did the barista need a perfect sentence from you? No. They just needed a friendly response. The goal of that conversation was connection, not a grammar test.
So, how do we start breaking down this fear?
We start small. We build our confidence in a safe space. I call this the mirror method. It sounds silly, but it is incredibly powerful.
You mean talking to yourself in the mirror?
Yes, for 2 minutes every day. You stand in front of the mirror and you just talk. You can describe your day, you can talk about your dreams. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that you are speaking out loud with no one to judge you. You are getting comfortable with the sound of your own voice in English.
That makes sense. You are practicing the physical act of speaking without the pressure.
Precisely. The second step is to change your mindset about mistakes. A mistake is not a failure. A mistake is feedback. It is a sign that you are trying, that you are learning.
So when I use the wrong word, I shouldn't feel embarrassed. I should think, okay, that wasn't right. What's the right word?
Yes, every fluent speaker you admire has made thousands of mistakes. It is the only way to learn. So to break the fear barrier, start small with the mirror method and change your mindset to see mistakes as feedback, not failure.
Okay, that feels achievable. But what about the moments when my brain just stops? When it feels like I'm searching for a word and there's nothing there?
For that, we need to break down the second wall.
Chapter 2, the translation barrier.
The second invisible wall is the translation barrier. This is what is happening in your brain when it feels slow and stuck.
What do you mean by translation barrier?
It's when you are not thinking in English. You are thinking in your native language and then translating every word into English in your head before you speak.
I do that all the time. I think the sentence in my language, then I translate word 1, word 2, word 3.
And that is why it feels so slow. It's like you are running a marathon, but before every step, you have to stop and think about how to move your legs. Fluent speakers don't do that. They just run.
So how do we stop translating? How do we learn to think directly in English?
We have to train our brains, and we do it with a technique I call narrate your day. It's the next step after the mirror method.
This sounds familiar.
It is. We talked about it in our 24-hour challenge episode, but it is the single most powerful tool for this problem. As you go about your day, you describe what you are doing in your head in very simple English sentences.
So instead of just making coffee, I am thinking, I am making coffee.
Yes, you are creating a direct link between the action and the English words. You are bypassing the translation step. You are teaching your brain to think in English.
And you can do this all day?
You can do it for just 5 or 10 minutes a day to start. The second technique is to learn in chunks, not single words.
Chunks, like pieces of a chocolate bar?
Exactly. When you learn the word depend, don't just learn depend, learn the whole chunk it depends on. When you want to agree, don't just learn agree, learn the chunk. I agree with you.
So you are learning the phrases that native speakers actually use.
And you are training your brain to think in phrases, not just single words. It makes your speech faster and much more natural. So, to break the translation barrier, narrate your day and learn in chunks.
Chapter 3. The passive barrier.
Okay, we've broken down fear in translation, but there is one more wall. This one is sneaky. I call it the passive barrier.
The passive barrier, what does that mean?
It's the difference between input and output. You spend hours and hours on input, listening to podcasts like this one, watching movies, reading articles. Your understanding becomes very good.
But that's a good thing, right?
It is a good thing, but it is only half the journey. Listening is a passive skill. Speaking is an active skill. You can't get good at playing football by only watching football. You have to get on the field and kick the ball.
So just because I understand English, it doesn't mean my mouth is ready to produce it.
Precisely. Your listening muscles are strong, but your speaking muscles are weak. We need to turn your passive learning into active practice.
How do we do that?
With a technique called the 1-minute summary. It's very simple. After you watch a short YouTube video or listen to a song or finish a chapter of a book in English, pause. And for just 1 minute, try to summarize what you just heard or read out loud in English.
So if I just watched a video about a recipe, I would say, this video was about how to make a salad. First, you wash the lettuce, then you cut the tomatoes.
Yes, it doesn't have to be perfect. The goal is to immediately activate the vocabulary you just learned. You are taking the information that just went in and forcing it to come back out.
You are building a bridge between understanding and speaking.
You are building the bridge. Another great active technique is called shadowing. You listen to a native speaker and you try to repeat what they say exactly as they say it at the same time.
That sounds very difficult.
It is, but it is an incredible workout for your mouth. It trains your muscles to make the sounds of English correctly and naturally. You can start with just one sentence at a time.
So, to break the passive barrier, use the 1-minute summary to activate new vocabulary and use shadowing to train your speaking muscles. Mia, this is amazing. These are not just ideas. This is a real step-by-step plan.
That's the goal. Let's quickly recap the 3 walls and how to break them. First, the fear barrier, the fear of being judged.
And the solution is to start small with the mirror method and to see mistakes as feedback, not failure.
Second, the translation barrier, thinking in your native language first.
And the solution is to narrate your day and to learn vocabulary in chunks.
And third, the passive barrier, lots of input but no output.
And the solution is to use the 1-minute summary and the shadowing technique to turn listening into active practice.
These 3 strategies, used together, will break you out of the speaking trap.
So, what is our call to action for this week?
We want you to choose just one of these techniques. Just one. Maybe it's the mirror method. Maybe it's narrating your day. Maybe it's the 1-minute summary. Your one task for this week is to try that one technique for just 5 minutes every day.
5 minutes a day. Everyone has time for that.
Exactly. Let us know in the comments which technique you are going to try this week. We would love to hear your commitment.
Thank you for this incredible guide, Mia. I feel like I can finally break out of that coffee shop and have a real conversation.
You can, Leo. And to our listeners, You can too. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you subscribe because next week we're talking about something very fun. The most common slang and informal phrases that native speakers use every single day.
Ooh, I can't wait for that one. Until then, goodbye everyone.
Bye.
Thank you for watching. Happy and chill learning to all of you.
Leo Mia Lingo.